Okay guys, so when it comes to building websites, we all like to use our favorite page builder, like for instance Elementor, maybe Divi or Beaver Builder, whichever your choice is. But here's the thing, all these page builders come at a cost. And that cost is performances. Now clearly when you use any of those page builders, you are slowing down your website because they require a lot more resources. Whereas if you could use Gutenberg, the block editor himself, that's built into the WordPress core, you'll be able to build faster, lightweight WordPress websites that will rank higher in the search results. Now, unfortunately, it's a well-known fact that the WordPress block editor is a real pain to work with. It's absolutely not user-friendly. So today we are going to have a look at Otter Blocks, which will add a ton of features to the block editor and make it super easy to work with. It will add features like pattern, also 20 plus different blocks and dynamic content. Okay, let's discover that now. Excellent. So like mentioned, we are going to use Otter Blocks. So what is it exactly? Well, Otter Blocks is a Gutenberg Blocks page builder plugin that adds extra functionalities to your WordPress block editor. And here's the important part: for better page building experience without the need for traditional page builders like Elementor and Divi. So what sort of features exactly? As you can see, you get access to 20 plus extra blocks for Gutenberg, collection of patterns, full page templates, visibility conditions, custom CSS, animations, dynamic content, and more. So there's also a pro version, which we are going to use today. So let me click on this, show you the difference. Now, if you want to see which features are included in the free or the pro version, simply scroll down the page and you have a comparison here. And from here, you know immediately what's included in the free or the pro version. So how much does it cost exactly? Let's scroll down the page and let's address the price now. So for one single website is $69 per year. If you take the business version, so it's 5 websites, is $99 per year. So that's about $20 per website here, so a lot cheaper already. Or if you get the agency plan, this is the most advantageous one. As you can see, unlimited website for just $149 per year. So depending how many websites you want to build with this, feel free to select any of those. So again, for this tutorial, I'm using both versions, the free and the pro. So let's go to our WordPress dashboard. Let me show you this. So if you go to plugins, again, as you can see, I have the free version and also the pro version installed, so I can demonstrate all the different features. Now, obviously, you can use Otter Blocks with any theme of your choosing, but from the same company, you have Never, which is super fast, lightning fast, literally, you know. And as you can see, it's from the same company. So Never here, as you can see, is to experience lightning fast performance, ideal for blogs, e-commerce, and small businesses. So again, Never is optimized to work alongside Otter Blocks. So this is why I have it installed here for pure performances. Now again, feel free to use that with any theme of your choosing, like I said, you know. Now, another reason why you might want to consider using Never as your main theme is because it will allow you to create custom layouts, which is super handy if you want to use dynamic content, and Otter Blocks add those features directly in the block editor. So again, this is one of the reasons why we are using Never today. Okay, so now let me demonstrate all these features one by one. Okay, so first let's discover the 20 plus extra blocks for Gutenberg and what the possibilities are. So let's go back here and create a new page. Okay, so I'll go to pages, add new page, and let's give this page a title. So maybe 20 plus extra blocks or something like this. Okay, so now let's discover those blocks. So if you click on the plus sign, and you'll find them right here on top, as you can see under the Otter section. So these are 20 plus extra blocks that you would normally not have access to in Gutenberg block editor, and some of them are pretty nifty and pretty handy. Let me show you now. So the first one that's going to help you design pages very easily within Gutenberg is the section. So if you click on this, as you can see, you can add sections very easily, like 1 column, 2 columns, or 3 columns, etc. You know, so let's add maybe 3 columns here, and I can add content within those columns very easily. Another one that's pretty handy is the Stripe checkout. So if you don't want to set up a full e-commerce website, you just have a few items for sale, you can simply use this block here. Click on this, and as you can see, all you have to do is to enter your API key. So you can do that directly from the dashboard, and from here go to integrations and scroll down. As you can see, you have Stripe, and again, simply enter your API key, save your settings, and now you'll be able to sell whatever you want immediately from here and fetch your payment directly from your page. And again, everything is about convenience with Otter Blocks. So if you wanted to add tabs, let me show you something again that's very unique. As you can see, you have tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, so you can click on it and go from one to the other. Normally, if you wanted to add more tabs, you would go here and click Add Tab. But as you can see, they also have a button here, Add Tab, and you can do so immediately from here. So it's visually appealing and also super easy to use. And then another very handy one is the model one. So if you click on this and add it to your page, you can open a model box or whatever it is really with any sort of content that you want. So this could be an image, could be a form, or any script that you have linked to your WordPress dashboard. And then from here, you can customize literally everything the way you want. So this is the model section here. As you can see, you have the block tool, animation, custom CSS, visibility conditions. So these are applicable to any of the blocks that you add on your page. So let's customize this one and let me show you what could be inserted. So this is your model pop-up window that will show up. And again, everything is fully customizable. And now you can insert whatever content you want in there. So this could be a shortcode. This could be a video perhaps, or a contact form, or anything that you see fit, obviously, you know. So again, a very handy feature that's easy to implement on your page and that's not too obstructive. So that's basically it. As you can see, there's 20 plus different blocks. All the others are pretty self-explanatory. I'll let you discover that at your own pace. So next we have collection of patterns and also link to this full page templates. So let's go here and let me show you those features. Now those features are pretty helpful, especially if you design a lot of websites, because efficiency is key, obviously. So right here on top, as you can see, you have the Otter Patterns button. So click on this one. And right from here, as you can see, you have all these different sections that you can use and insert on your page. So these are the most popular ones, the most common ones you would use when building a website. So you have, for instance, the hero section. You have your pricing, team, testimonials, call to action section, etc., etc. So let's have a look at maybe the hero section here. And as you can see, they are divided by different categories, which makes it even easier for you to design your pages. So normally every page would start with a hero section. If you wanted to insert any of them, simply click on it. So let's go maybe with this one. Okay, so insert. There you go. And now you can customize your hero section as you see fit. You can change the background image, the color overlay, the heading, subheading, and the button here. And then let's add a next one. So maybe underneath we could have our different features. Okay, so what could it be? I don't know, maybe like this. As you can see, the different types of services that you provide. So insert. Very good. So let's see if they work well together. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So let's add another one, maybe a call to action. Okay, so call to action. And which one could we have? Perhaps this one here with a request to code, or this one. Again, it's just a matter of preferences, you know. So let's insert this one as an example. As you can see, that works absolutely fine. And then you can carry on, so on and so on, obviously, you know, keep adding. And as you can see, you can have your page built in just a few minutes thanks to their patterns. So this is one way of building your pages. Now, if you want to speed up the process even further, you can use what is called full page templates. So let me clear this page first. Very good. So we're back to square one. And again, for this, we go to Otter Patterns. Click on this. And right there on top, instead of those categories, you have the business pack. So these are basically ready-made pages. And you have the fitness pack as well. So depending on the type of industry you're going to be targeting, select one or the other. Okay. So if you click on business pack, as you can see, this is the layout, and these are all the different internal pages and front page that you can use on your website. And the second type is the fitness pack here. So again, depending on the type of website that you're building, the type of layout that you want, and the type of customers that you have in mind, you might use one or the other. So let's say you're happy enough with this one, you want to insert that page. All you have to do is click this button here, insert, and it will do everything for you in just a split second. So let's do that together. And there you go, guys. You can see, like I said, just a split second, and now you can customize its content based on your own requirements or your client's requirements. And as you can see, you can save a ton of time using their full page templates. Okay, so the next one is a very interesting one, is visibility conditions. So basically with that feature, you can hide or show certain content on your page based on specific conditions. So let's go to our About Us section here. So let's say if you wanted to apply a visibility condition on your header section here, click on it. And by the side, you have visibility condition, expand, and then you can add rules. So one or multiple rules, that's really up to you. So let's discover what sort of rules are available. So you can expand here. And as you can see, you can select the type of condition. So let's click on this. As you can see, you have a user-based condition. So logged in, logged out. user role or logged in user meta, or based on your post as well, your screen size, the query string, the country perhaps as well, the cookie model that's in place, your purchase history, a specific date range. So that's pretty handy, especially if you have maybe a special offers for a special time. You might want to display them on your page depending on the date range, or date recurring or time recurring. Now, a very interesting one here is the WooCommerce section, in which case you can show or hide the different sections on your page based on the type of products that in your shopping cart, the total cart value, the purchase history, the total spent. So these are actually amazing features that you can use to customize, for instance, your checkout page or maybe your shopping cart page, okay? You can do the same as well with specific product categories, product tags, and product attributes. So let's put one of these to the test. So maybe product in cart. So I have WooCommerce installed on this website. So as you can see, it is installed indeed. And we have obviously all our main essential pages like cart, checkout, and my account. So let's say in the shopping cart, if you wanted to show a specific banner, maybe a special offer or something like this, depending on the type of product that they added to the shopping cart, let me show you how you can do so. So let's open this page here together and let's have a quick look at our website in the front end. So this is a pet shop. So if you go to the shop, as you can see, a few different items. So let's say if you were to add a dog yellow sweater, a specific banner would show up in the shopping cart. If it's any other product, it will not show up, okay? So let me show you how you can implement this. So let's go to Otter Pattern and add maybe a call to action. And let's select perhaps this one here. So this could be a special offer, for instance, okay? So insert, and we're gonna move it to the top, right above our shopping cart. And now let's set our visibility conditions. So right here by the side, you have it. So let's add a rule. Drop down, select a condition. In our case, obviously, is product in cart. Okay, so let's take this. And now you can add the product that you want to add. So like we said, is a dog yellow sweater. Now let's save this. Let's go to the front end and put this to the test. Okay, so there's no items in the shopping cart at the moment. So let's say we wanted to buy the dog yellow beanie, which is obviously not the yellow sweater. Add to cart, view cart. And as you can see, all we have is the detailed shopping cart, nothing else. Now let's go back to our shopping page and let's purchase the dog yellow sweater. Now we're going to add this to cart. Let's go back to the shopping cart. And as you can see, now we have this call to action section right above our shopping cart. So again, this is an amazing feature that will allow you to actually improve the conversion rate on your website by adding specific sections that will only display based on specific conditions. Very good. So next we have custom CSS, which can be applied to any element individually. So before that, it wasn't possible, but now thanks to Otter Blocks, you can do so for any aspects of your page. So as you can see, we have a heading here. So if you were to click on this, now go by the side, you have custom CSS, and now you can apply any CSS that you want. So let's say if you wanted to change the background color, let's say blue, okay? There you go. As you can see, now we have the blue color added, and maybe the color of the font, you can change this as well to white perhaps. And as you can see, it's not taking effect. So let's add important instead. And there you go. As you can see, now we have those changes in place, thanks to our custom CSS here that will apply to each and every section that you want individually. So next we have animations, which is a very nice way to jazz things up a little bit. So if you go back here and select our section, so let's say this one here, you want to add an animation to it, go by the side animations and select the type of animations you want to put in place. So maybe back in down, as you can see, this is the effect. You could have bounce as well. As you can see, it bounces up and down. What do you have? You have fade in as well. Or perhaps another one here. Let's try maybe flip. So as you can see, there's quite a lot to choose from, you know, so feel free to test this out. And then you can set the delay and also the speed. So the delay, it's going to be in milliseconds. As you can see, 100 milliseconds is 1/10 of a second, and 1000 milliseconds is a second, okay? So let's say if I was to set this to 1 second, and then the speed, it could be slow, fast, faster, or custom. So let's go slower here, okay? And then a few more options here, play on hover and trigger offset. So this is very handy, especially for this type of animation, if it's a section itself or the whole column perhaps. Now, as you can see underneath it, there's two additional options. You have count animations and typing animations, which are absolutely amazing when it comes to text alone. So for this, I'm going to disable the animation itself. So none here. We're just going to use the typing animation, which is a very interesting one. So if we select our heading here specifically, we can go to animation. And this time I'm going to select typing animations. And as you can see, to use this, you need to highlight the text itself. And then you can add the animation from the format toolbar of this block. So let's say get an introductory lesson for free. So I'm just going to highlight the for free here. And then we go to the toolbar here and select animation. Okay, so as you can see, count animation and typing animation. So this is the one we're interested in at the moment. So typing animation. And now we can select a delay. So I'm going to go with maybe 2 seconds altogether. And the speed will keep it as default and see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to save this now. And let's have a quick look in the front end. And as you can see, there's a delay. And now it's going to type for free afterwards. So that's basically how this works. It adds a little bit of interaction on your page, and it will drive a little bit more interest to this section, obviously, you know. So next we have the sticky to feature, which is not listed here, but it's part of the more. So let me show you what this one is. So if you scroll down the page, you can make any section, any area of your page is sticky. So let's say if you wanted to emphasize maybe that you have been in business since 1995, maybe you can make this section sticky and it will be sticky within the same section. So let me show you how this works. So if you click on the element itself here, you can go to block tools, click on those 3 dots and then transform to sticky. Okay, very good. And now if you go back here to your main dashboard, as you can see, you have the sticky features. And now you can customize this as you see fit. So sticky to what exactly? The top level block, the parent block, or the screen? So let me open the structure here. So our heading here, as you can see, is inside a column. This column is inside a section as well. So you can make it sticky to any of those elements, basically, okay? So as you can see, I have the top level block. So let's leave it as is for now. So I'm going to save this. Now let's go back to the home page and refresh. Very good. So let's scroll down the page and see what it does. So again, this is the sticky part here, is this one here. Okay. So if you scroll down, as you can see, this section is now sticky, but only within its section. As you can see, if you scroll down further past this section here, you will not see it. It will go back to its original state and it will not become sticky again. As you can see now, it has disappeared. So this is basically how this works. So this is very interesting indeed, because you can use this to emphasize maybe some areas of your website. But you can also make it sticky to the parent block. So let's select this one here. Let me show you the difference. Very good. So let's go back to the front page and refresh. So let's scroll down. And as you can see, it is sticky indeed. And if you keep scrolling down, as you can see, it's only within the section. It will not overlap at all. And now we can do the same from within the screen itself. Save. And now again, let's go back here and refresh. And let's scroll down the page. And as you can see, it is sticky, and it will continue to be sticky and show up even if you go past this section. So if you keep scrolling down the page, you can see even on the darker background, it will still be there and show up on your page. And then you can customize its position as well. So you have top, bottom, you can offset the block itself, and you can set different behaviors. So have collapse, fade, or stack. And then you can enable it on mobile or not. That's really up to you. So that's basically it. So this is the sticky feature of this plugin. And finally, I kept the best for last. We have the dynamic content. So again, this is an absolutely amazing feature. So let me demonstrate that for you now. Now, clearly you can insert dynamic content directly into your pages or different areas of your website. But the main feature here is to be used normally with custom layouts. So if you create a custom layout, so let me show you, for example, for your archives or single post or single page or your search result page, well, basically you can create a layout that will dynamically import all the content and display it exactly the way you want. And this will work with any type of layout available here on this page. So let's start with a simple example, a single post. So click on this, we're going to add the layout. So let's give it a name. So single post layout, okay? And now we can customize and design everything exactly the way you want. So when it comes to adding dynamic content, there's a few different ways of doing so. So right here, as you can see, you can type or choose a block. Now, if you type the %sign, just like this, as you can see, you can select immediately among all these different options. So you have post ID, the post title, post content, exert, the date, the time, post terms, and also you can add custom fields, advanced custom fields and post custom fields. So if you go back to the backend here, as you can see, I've installed ACF, so advanced custom fields. We haven't created anything yet. We're going to touch up on that in a few moments. So let's go back here. And let's say if I wanted to insert the post title, simply select this. Okay, so as you can see now we have the post title here. And maybe just next to it, I want to add another one. So maybe just underneath, so %sign, and maybe you could have the date as well. Okay, so if we just leave it at that for now, I'm just going to click publish and publish. Okay, so let's leave it like this for now. And we go back to the front end. So this is our home page. Go to the blog section and then open any of them. And as you can see, all we have at the moment is the title and the date as well. So nothing fancy, obviously. But now let me show you how you can jazz this up, obviously, you know. So let's go back here. So clearly on top, you'd like maybe to add a hero section or something like this, you know, and make it look a little bit better than this, obviously. So you can go to your Otter block patterns, select one on top, you know, or maybe like a hero section. And we could use maybe something similar to this with the image in the background and everything, and insert all of this dynamically. So let's insert this one as an example. And now obviously we can delete those two. So remove this one and remove that one as well. And let me show you how you can insert all that content dynamically right here into your hero section. So we don't need the button here, so we can delete this altogether. So that's our button gone now. And instead of a cutting edge fitness gym, instead of our heading here, maybe you can replace that with our actual title, the blog post of our title. And again, we're going to bring this in dynamically. And right here on top, as you can see, you have those red icons. So this is dynamic value and this is dynamic link. And this is how you can import dynamic content directly anywhere on your website. Okay, so let's click on dynamic value. And now you need to select the type of data that you want to import. So in our case, it's going to be our post title. Okay, so select this. As you can see, single post layout and then apply. Excellent. So this is done and it's turned red, as you can see. So now this is turned into a dynamic content. And then we can do the same here underneath. Maybe we can insert the excerpt of our blog post. So again, dynamic content, select which type, excerpt. And then if you add additional settings as well, so the excerpt length. So let's say maybe 80 characters all together and then apply. There you go. As you can see, this is underlined. So that means this is dynamic content. So we save this and now let's go back to the front end and let's go back to our blog post again. Okay, so we go to blog, let's open this one. And as you can see, this has been changed to the actual title of our blog post. So now let's change the background image as well with the featured image of our blog post. So let's go back here and click on the main section itself. And then let's fetch the image. So we go to style. So from here, it's in background and content. So this is the background image. And manage image, and we're going to open our media library. And you may have noticed there's an extra tab now called dynamic images. So if you click on this, as you can see, you can fetch automatically any of those images dynamically. So this could be your featured image, which is the one we are interested in, the author image, user image, website logo, post meta, Woo product, or images from advanced custom fields. But again, for us, we are looking for the featured image. So we're going to select this. Very good. As you can see now, the image is displaying in the background. So let's save and let's go back to the home page. Let's go to our blog, select this one here. And there you go. As you can see now, we have the title, an excerpt, and also the image in the background. So this is displaying absolutely fine. And now we can finally add our content underneath. And for this, a few different ways of doing so. So let me show you the most efficient one. So if you go back here, we go to custom layout. At the moment, as you can see, the location is set to single post, which means that you have to add everything manually. But if you change this to hooks and set the hook here where you want to display it, so before the content or after the content. So in our case, obviously, it will be before the content. We want the content to display underneath this. Okay, so let's click save. Now let's go back here and refresh. And as you can see, immediately we have the complete blog post layout, including the sidebar, the content underneath, and also the comment section. So as you can see, now we have a complete custom layout that we've designed ourselves. Now, maybe you want to add the date here underneath and maybe the author. Well, no problem. You can still do that, obviously. So if you go back here, you can type whatever you want. So maybe published and then %. Okay, and fetch the date dynamically. So this is the date. Okay, very good. And then you can do so maybe with the author name or whatever, just to give you an example here. Okay, so now if I click save, we go back here and refresh. There you go. As you can see, this is our title, subtitle, the excerpt, sorry, and then publish date March the 9th, 2025. And now let me show you the dynamic links as well. So here you could add maybe a link directly to the author page or something like this. Okay, so now we go back here. So I'm going to add a paragraph again and maybe all post by this author. Okay, or something like this. And now you can select this and then add a dynamic link to it. Okay, so click dynamic link, and here you can select any of those options. As you can see, I have the author URL, which is probably the one that we need, but there's a few other options. Obviously, you have post URL, site URL, featured image URL, the author website, post custom field, and also advanced custom field. So again, in our case, is the author URL. So I'm going to apply this. Perfect. And then let's put this to the test. Okay, so we go back to the blog post here and refresh. And as you can see, all posts by this author, click on this and there you go. So this is me here, David Garay, and this is all the blog posts that I've created on this website. And this is how you can link this back to the author page using dynamic links. And again, this is fully compatible with advanced custom fields as well. So if I go to advanced custom fields here, let me create something new here from scratch. So let's create a new post type. So let's say we're going to create a car section. Okay, so cars maybe, and then car. And for the taxonomy, we're going to select category. Okay. And this is public, so we can save changes now. And now let's create all the different fields that go underneath this. So we go to field groups and let's add new fields. So we're going to create a few ones, maybe the make. Okay. There you go. And then add a new one. So let's say engine size, and then one more, and that's going to be the fuel type. Okay. So that's all we need basically. So here we're going to say car details. And now we need to assign this to our car section. Post type is equal to, and it's a car. Okay, now we can save this. Perfect. And now we go back here, we go to all cars. And if I create a new one, as you can see, we have the title, and here we have the make, engine, and fuel type. So I'm going to just create one here as an example. And there you go. For instance, Mitsubishi Pajero 2.5D. This is the picture, and we have the details here. Mitsubishi 2.5 diesel. Okay. And now let's go back to our layout here. Well, let's give it a title, maybe car layout. Okay. And then publish for now. Perfect. And now we're going to assign this to our car listing. Okay. So as you can see, single post, and then let's select our category. So this is post taxonomy is equal to, and then select the type. As you can see, you have car here, and we're going to select Jeep specifically for this category. Okay, and now we can customize its content. And again, that's the exact same principle as our dynamic content that we just covered, except here we're going to fetch all the content from advanced custom fields. So how can you do so? Again, percentage here, and then advanced custom fields, and then click on this, and now you can select which type of field you want to display. So if you go to settings, you can select the meta field. Is it the make, the engine size, or the fuel type? So let's go with the make, and then apply. And let me quickly add the other two as well. So we have the engine size, and now let's add the fuel type, advanced custom fields. Again, click on this, settings, fuel type, enter. Now let's save this, and now let's go back to our listing view and then open in a new tab. And there you go. As you can see, Mitsubishi 2.5 diesel. So all that content was fetched dynamically using ACF.